The markets went into free fall mode last week, and what I want to do is I want to take a look at the top 10 stocks on Wall Street Bets and give you a professional investor's opinion on these stocks. Now, I am competing in the US Investing Championship, currently ranked 27th in my division. So I feel like I might know what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can help you out in any way possible. First things first, we need to take a look at the market. What we see here is very obvious, right? It is a downtrend. Now, there's going to be a ton of people. I'm already seeing a pop up on YouTube. You got to buy this dip. You can't sell here, et cetera, right? This is the beginnings of what could potentially be a stage 4 downtrend. Now, you're probably asking, what's a stage 4 downtrend? It's this, right? This is what the market cycle looks like. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, right? You got it marked right here. Stage 1 is the consolidation. Stage 2 is the big, beautiful uptrend that everybody wants to be involved in. Stage 3 is where the moving averages start crossing over. That's your topping pattern. Stage 4 is the big, scary, nasty decline. Now, what does this look like right here? Right? What does this look like right here? This could be the beginning of a stage 4. Now, let's zoom out just a little bit, right? We've had a big, beautiful uptrend, right? This was your stage 2 uptrend that lasted like 6 months. Then we went 6 months sideways, and now we've started a big, nasty, scary downtrend. Now, here's the other thing, right? Is that I can tell you direction, right? I can tell you direction with absolute certainty, with no mathematical, or I should say, no YouTube disclaimer, because it is just a mathematical fact. When the 10 EMA is over the 20 EMA, and prices over the 50 EMA, that right there, my friends, is a bullish trend. Now, as you'll see right here, it started crossing back over back in November, and it really flirted back and forth multiple times. And then we finally got the break here on March 4th, early March. And then we have the 10 under the 20, prices under the 50. So now we currently have a bearish downtrend. Now, how far down will it go? I have no idea. But there are plenty of YouTube gurus out there who are going to tell you, oh, this is the bottom. It has to bounce right here. You got to buy the dip. Stop doing all that. That's why you're losing so much money. It's because A, you don't want to get out at the top where the moving averages cross over when you get the sell signals. And I'll show you all those today. You hold on stubbornly thinking that you know better. You search endlessly on YouTube trying to find the YouTube guru who will show you exactly where that bottom is going to be. But you know what? The market cycle is so real. Let's look at a stock that a lot of people thought this is impossible, right? SoFi, right? Now, you've seen I'm drawing some charts on here showing exactly how a lot of people think, right? Oh, this has to be the bottom. And then, oh, it goes right back up. Well, unfortunately, SoFi is now a $16 stock. The last time it was $16 is June of 2025. So we're talking about almost an entire year's worth of gains have just evaporated. But you've got your stage 1, stage 2, your stage 3, your stage 4. Well, that's just one example, Chris. The market cycle, it's not a real thing. Well, how about Tesla? Tesla absolutely did the market cycle. Here's a perfect example, right? How about Microsoft? Microsoft is a big, beautiful company. There's no possible. Oh, yeah. The market cycle is real. You, as a investor, if you're making money in the markets, you are a professional investor. If you, as a professional investor, are not selling out on your stocks and you are holding them down and you're hoping and praying that they're going to come back, I got news for you. We don't know how far or how deep it's going to drop. You don't want to buy the dip because you don't know how far it's going to dip. Conversely, with the same logic, you do want to buy the rip because you don't know how high it's going to rip. And I've shown you using the outlier trend template where you can use those moving averages for free on every charting platform to know where to be in and where to be out. That doesn't say exactly where to get in. It doesn't say exactly where to get out. And the other thing too is that, let's go back to Tesla, is that just because this happens, right? I can't tell you magnitude nor duration, but I can tell you direction. And again, right, these 3 red circles right here, the same thing happened. Your 10 went over the 20, price went over the 50. And so this one was actually a really pretty good gain. It was about a 30% gain. This one was about a break even. This was 130 something percent gain, right? We don't know what the outcome will be, but every time a big outcome starts, it always has the same pattern. Always has the same pattern. Every single time it has the same pattern. And it always has the same pattern to the downside as well. Now, I don't want that to happen to you. What I want to do is go through the top 10 stocks on Wall Street Bets. Let me reset my timer over here because I'm only going to do it in 10 minutes. And let's start with the first one here, the S&P 500. Right. So the SPY, looking at this, got a sell signal back on March 4th. Now, since March 4th, the market has been in absolutely free fall mode lately, right? In fact, let's mark on the chart right here where March 4th is. Right here. All right, March 4th, and the market has been selling off hard. We're down from the peak to the close about 7%. So we haven't quite entered correction territory. Correction is 10%, bear market is 20%, but we're definitely moving in that direction. And again, anybody who tells you they know where the bottom is full of hogwash. Anybody who knows where the bottom is full of monkey donkeys, okay? They don't know. But I can tell you with absolute certainty the direction. And we got that sell signal in place. We have a bearish trend. We have a sell signal, and then we have bearish breadth. Now, what is breadth measuring? Of the 9,000 stocks we cover in Outlier, it's just only 82 cents a day. Of the 9,000 stocks that we cover, we have an indicator called the breadth indicator, which is actually I created. I'm very proud of this. Now, this breadth indicator shows you the percent of the stocks that have a buy signal versus a sell signal. It has flatlined around 15 to 12% down here. Now it's at 12.7. The red line right there is the 10-period EMA. So this has been getting worse and worse and worse, meaning more and more sell signals come through. But we're down at basically 87.5% with sell signals. That's not a very strong market. And if you are trying to be the hero, buying the bottom where it's going to go back up, I know it. Just trust me, bro. You're going to be in a world of hurt. Now, let's also discuss dollar cost averaging real quick, right? Let's say that you love a stock, whatever that stock is, and you're trying to dollar cost average into it. And you're like, okay, fine. I'll just buy it on the way down right here, and right here. The crazy part about it is if it actually does turn around, and this was the example I was trying to show with SoFi. SoFi is now down 40% since the sell signal came through. Anyways, let's just ignore that. Let's say that you're trying to pick up all these shares as it's crashing down. You will get to the penny exactly the same price, the same exact average price if you're buying it on the way up, right? If you bought it here or here, here or here, here or here, because it's just math. The average price is exactly the same as you're buying it as it crashes up or buying it as you're crashing down. And which one do you think you're going to be to profitability faster, right? You can wait and hope and pray and dream that this is going to come back, or you can look at your account every day and say, man, I'm glad I listened to that random guy on the internet. Let's keep going. We're past the S&P 500. We're past the market breadth. Let's go to Super Micro. Now, Super Micro had some really interesting news about like their CEO, like, I don't know, fraudulently confiscating or importing. It doesn't matter. Point is, we got a sell signal back here on March 13th. It already was in a bearish trend. It already had a sell signal. The fear and greed was already getting worse and worse and worse. And then, oh, oh, this one got absolutely trounced. Now, this is what you got to remember, right? A lot of the times, price will lead the news, right? And price was leading the news all the way back here in November as it was selling off into this bearish trend. And now, if you're trying to buy the bottom here on SMCI, you're getting totally monkey hammered. What about ICE? Now, interesting. I saw ICE, WTI, UAE, EU, USO. I don't know if people are putting this stuff into Reddit thinking like this is the like the ICE agents. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny because we're looking at ICE right here, the Intercontinental Exchange. This is in the finance sector, which has bearish fear and greed and bearish breadth. We look down here and we can see the fear and greed in the sector is getting more fearful. Breadth in the sector is crossed over, more sell signals, less buy signals. Okay. And now we get down to the stock. Now, why am I talking about this up here? 40% of the move is due to the market, 30% due to the sector, and only the last 30% due to the stock itself. Now, the fear and greed on the stock did push up a little bit. And the outlier blocks, it may actually be clear, some outlier blocks. I like to look at the outlier blocks inside of, yeah, we're clear, of TradingView over here just to double check. And yeah, so it's got a 2 of 9. So it's got a 2 of 9 right here. Now, this is absolutely a stock that I would not be buying. I'm really not sure if this is what people were typing in on Wall Street Bets looking for, or if they were looking for ICE agents. Either way, ICE is not a stock that I'd be buying. How about you? You let me know in the chat. Every stock that I look at, tell me if this is one that you would be interested in. So start with the S&P, then go to ICE, then let's talk about Nvidia. Yes, I am engagement baiting. It really would help. And by the way, if you wouldn't mind, this has actually really helped our channel. If you can like and hype the video, this really does make a big difference across our videos. We're seeing this big time. So please do me a favor, like and hype. Let's go to Nvidia. Nvidia, sell signal as of March 2nd. And you can see it's been drifting down ever since then, right? Same thing going on over here. You've got 2 of 9 in place. Now, Nvidia is not one that I would be interested in trading at all whatsoever. But here's a big but, and this but doesn't lie. This outlier block down here, this bullish outlier block that it's farting with right here, and it's been farting with for a while, actually could be some huge support, right? Every time it's come back to this area, every time for the last, let's count how many candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The last 10 attempts it's come down in this area, it has bounced. Now, could this be an area that you want to take advantage of? It absolutely could be. Just be careful, because that's the only thing that I've got working in that direction is that outlier block. Now, let's talk about Microsoft. Microsoft has had a sell signal for so long, I have to zoom out. I have to zoom out all the way back to November of 2025. Microsoft has been getting monkey hammered for ages. So let's see just how far Microsoft has come down. Oh, only 25%. Remember, this is on the right side of the market cycle, and we don't know how far this is going to go. Don't get in its way. If it's falling, let it fall. If it's dying, let it die. Only when it comes back and starts to turn the opposite direction are you going to see times when it's time to get busy. Now, fear and greed, maybe a little bit less, but the sector fear and greed is worse. The sector breadth has actually crossed over just ever so slightly on breadth. But the stock trend, the stock signal, and fear and greed is actually working in your favor ever so slightly. So just be aware of Microsoft. Just be aware. If you're going to dip buy, please do so when it's moving up. WTI, let's take a look at this. Buy signal on WTI came from January 16th, ran all the way until March 19th. That's this right here. Now, I assume they're talking about West Texas Intermediate crude, right? And we can take a look at crude, but this is what came up on Wall Street Bets. So let's take a look at it, right? It does have a buy signal. It does have a sell signal. It ran a huge way along that time, but the sell signal is in place right now, so I wouldn't be taking too much look at it, and it is in the energy sector. Let's take a look at crude oil itself. Right? Crude oil itself is in a huge, big bullish market, so anything in the energy sector could really be pushing off. Let's take a look at the next stock on the list after WTI is DTE. We've been following DTE for a while. Actually, it looks really sharp with the buy signal in place, still buy signal in place, still getting more greedy. For the utility sector, not happening so much down here. Utility sector is kind of waning, but the stock is still looking really beautiful. So if you are in WTI, just be aware you've got 70% of the move working against you. Or I'm sorry, if you're in DTE, you've still got 70% of the move working against you. So just be aware of that. Let's go to UAE. Again, I don't think that people are actually looking for this. I think they're talking about like Dubai, UAE, but still looking at this, right? We've got a sell signal in place that came on March 2nd, and it's been a huge sell-off ever since that point, getting more and more fearful. And I don't blame them for getting more and more fearful on the UAE ETF right there. So yeah, this is definitely not something that I'd be looking to buy the bottom on. And if you are one of these people on Wall Street Bets who is trying to buy the bottom, trying to be the hero, I got news for you. You're going to get caught on the wrong side of these moves until they stop, right? Until they stop. Now, the easiest way to know if they've stopped is by having the moving averages. I've shown you how to add those, and by having the outlier platform. And again, it's just 82 cents a day. Let's keep going to USO. We talked about oil just a moment ago. This is the oil ETF getting way more greedy, way more greedy. This is at 94.96 out of 100 on the greed scale. So USO, the oil itself, the oil ETF itself is still looking really brilliant. Just be aware that with everything going on out in the world, this could reverse really fast. You and I both know that this could reverse really fast. I don't want you to be on the wrong side of that move. All right, let's take a look at Tesla. This is number 11. I didn't have EU in my database, so we skipped that one. Let's look at Tesla here real quick. Okay, Tesla has been sitting on a sell signal since December. We're now into almost late March at this point. Sell signal in December for a long time. You can see as it's pushing down and down. The backgrounds right here tell you if it's trending up with it green, with it's trending down, if it's red. And you don't have to buy it. You don't have to hold it, right? I want to really re-emphasize this point here. If you are owning a stock that has a sell signal and it is now down 20%, you didn't have to hold it the whole way down. That is the point, right? Buying stocks as they're crashing up, getting out of the way as they're crashing down, and then just staying out of the way so it doesn't work against you. Okay, so my time just expired, and listen, I really hope that this was useful for you, right? I want you to be a successful investor. I want you to get outliers so you can see just how easy it is to do this. It's only 82 cents a day. And if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these two videos, and we'll talk soon.